What's up guys, Taiku here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the first wave of my JP Craft store, templates that you can buy. So I'll be going over everything I think you guys need to know about them. First up we have the Kamen Rider Geats entry body. This will be more useful once the 1.5 wave comes out with a bunch of things to put over this, but that's how the system works. Obviously, this splitting in half will be very important when you have more pieces. Then the more you buy of these, the more you can display. This is probably my 6th one. So I do have a bunch of parts to show off with this. It's like a teaser. For all the articulation on these, if you use the joints, it's pretty good. I have ball jointed hands. That's something I'll cover with the next figure. That's just because I don't have any limitations. Heads on a ball joint for both me and the templates I'm selling, and joints in the neck. So you can move a bit. Belt. I didn't make it with that good of a connection, but obviously you can swivel. Got raised buckle holders. They hold them fine. Leg can kick that way. Can also go back a little tight. Knees. Ball jointed feet. Overall, it's a pretty decent figure if you want to build it. 4.5 inches, so not huge, but it's easier to fit everything onto one page with the scale. Easier than 5-inch or 6-inch figures, but I might do that eventually. Next figure. And a quick recommendation is to not glue the whole part here, only glue a little bit, because that's where the Taiku strap's gonna plug into. Just wrap around the leg. Same thing with this part. Punktrack's cape and Geats' scarf. You need a bit of space open, so you can just put it in. The next figure in the wave is Kuwagata Oger. This is my Kuwagata Oger because it's a figure I made before I made a template. So the actual template that I made, little fun fact, was just regular paper, not cardstock. And then I doubled up on the paper during the tutorial so I can build it. The rest were all cardstock because you can never have enough entry bodies, and the other two are figures I never made before. Here's the one in the template. I'm using mine because this hardly even articulates. I just glued a bunch of things together to show you how it works because I don't need 2 of these. But the colors are shinier and more red on the template version. So if you build it properly, you should turn out with a very good figure. The sword's more silver. But yeah, the colors on this are very good. But this is obviously my articulated version. I'm not going to go over the articulation too much on these. Shoulder pads don't interfere at all. All that stuff. The mantle is just glued on here, so then if you put up the arm, because it's in the show, it's like connected to the shoulder pad, you can move it up a little bit. Like nothing extreme. It's pretty good. Oger caliber is an accessory. Again, it's not gonna look like this. Plug it in. It's pretty tight on mine, but you guys shouldn't have that problem. And the king's weapon. I'll actually go over this, the Kuwagata one, because it comes with one, but this is the size comparison. I was going off the toy size, and then I looked at the actual show one. So Kuwagata comes with like an upgrade one. but this is still serviceable. Like so. Does all the things that this is supposed to do. You can have all the modes. It's pretty cool. And the hand situation. These are mine, ball jointed so they articulate more, and the template ones are just pegs because there's no space to make the whole ball joint square, to roll it into a ball. And that's actually pretty much it. I wanted the feet to have ball joints, so I made space for that. The hands are just pegs, and that's fine. Also, there might be like a bit of white, but you can always go for marker with these hands. Because obviously I needed both sides to be detailed, because it's not like mine where I can just color both sides because it's a template. Here's Taiku Bujin's sword. Yeah, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the cape, and how this cape doesn't look too good if you look very closely, because obviously I need both sides to be covered, and I don't want people having to color a lot. You have to color like the least amount possible with these. So you can color in the whites, but this template was filled with stuff, and I still forgot little things. Like that detail over here, I guess I thought it was a reflection while making the template, so that is not on the template, but I added it on. I apologize. The shoulder pads, I really like the design. I used a bit of hot glue here to raise it, and they don't even get in the way because the way they disconnect. They also come off for the form changes, which I will probably show off in the 1.5 wave with like boost. The head, little teaser of what the helmets can do. That's what this tab here and the tab inside here is for. So when you plug it in, it's not going to fall off. So there's Bujin's sword entry. So this is locked in, and you have to lightly move it around to pull it off. Since I already have the helmet off, it comes with this part. Because when Taiku was being evil and stuff, his eyes weren't really glowing. It was just the visor that had red, but underneath you could see gray. But because of what we've seen from the movie so far, in like the trailer, it's very confirmed that the red-eyed version was not like a mistake, and that's what he's gonna look like for the rest of the show. By the way, here's the cape that I have, bigger and stuff, because I don't have to fit it on a template. Whoa. They don't fall apart like this, I swear. The belt, very complex. I'm gonna take this. This is a buckle that works like the real one. I can take this off, but like I really don't want to. Very cool though. Very cool belt. Just back on. And yeah, there's a sword inside. That's why one hand is specifically designed to hold this. I would have put two regular holding hands, but I didn't have space. So it's just one holding hand and one hand for specifically the sheath, the scabbard. But Bujin's sword turned out pretty well. Might reuse some ideas from the legs here to make Lower Ninja, and some ideas from the chest to make Command with like the helmet too. A lot of things can be reused from this because this is a reuse. So yeah, this is probably my favorite figure from this wave, but it's very complex, so I recommend starting with the entry body and then working your way up to building this. And last and probably least, to be honest, we got Oger. First of all, because of spoilers in the show at the moment, and he's just a repaint of Oger, which is probably the more desirable figure out of the two. But this one, template-wise, is better. A lot. Obviously, I made this figure with regular cardstock because, unlike Kuwagata Oger, I didn't have this one. So I added 3 figures to my own collection. Again, not gonna go over articulation really. His sword is nice. Less color, but nice gold. He articulates. Let me show off the Aginata mode. Plug it in, take the hand. You want to flip both of these parts on the king's weapon, because this better king's weapon, once again, comes with this guy. And then you sort of just try and plug it in to the hand. This is sort of difficult. Yeah, it's a pretty big weapon. Hope this doesn't fall out. Okay, we've got it over here. And yeah, you can display it like this. He only used it twice, I think. But this is something you can do, which is always nice. Obviously, he can use this too, because anyone can use this. I don't think he ever used it in this form though. Definitely his upgrade. So yeah, he's the last figure this wave. Obviously, I don't expect everyone to want to build this whole figure, considering it's small. The joints will be hard to hold for some people, but you can always glue the parts together. I don't recommend it for the entry body though, if you want to mix and match stuff with the future 1.5 wave. But overall, obviously I'm recommending this. This is my product. I'd like you guys to check this out. But for candy toy fans especially, I think this is a pretty good option around this time. The state of where Soto's in, and yeah. This is probably how I'm going to review figures for the most part now, considering they scaled down. So I'm going to make a video talking about the scale and how I'd compare all of these in the future. That's probably going to be the next video, but for figure reviews, expect wave reviews, because they're also products now. Which means I'll see you in the next review, which will be the 1.5 Beats accessory option wave. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.